Good God morning, good God morning, good God morning, good God morning. I am RosaJ, doing it God's way each and every day. And I am going live on Facebook and on YouTube. So for those who are on Facebook, please go to the tab on Facebook at the bottom of the description and like and follow my page. So why? Because on that page, you can get my book. I am Affirmations for the Living, a journey to peace and happiness and recognition of who God created you to be. Yes, yes. So YouTube, Facebook, it's great to be here. It is late, but it's Saturday. And so I apologize for not coming in at 6:30, but sometimes my body needs to rest. And so that's what happened this morning, and I am grateful for it. Oh, Holy Father, thank you, thank you, thank you for another day to get this life that you have given us in peace, love, forgiveness, and strength. Mm. Yes, thank you, thank you. The greatest prayer that I could ever give you is thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your direction. Oh, holy greatness, creator of all things. Thank you for blessing me and blessing everyone in my space and my consciousness. Thank you for allowing me to forgive all that I imagine that has happened to me and recognizing that it has actually happened for my greatness. I am grateful. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, Howard, how you doing? You going to homecoming this year? Howard, what is going to be? So it's good to see you. Thank you. So, sometimes in your head, things happen and you get upset or disturbed or get this crazy feeling that things are happening to you instead of for you. And in the Course of Miracles, A Course of Miracles teaches you that everything that you hear and see in your mind is just an image. It does not control you. It does not uh, move you out of the space of having the mind of God, where your ego or your emotions take total control, and then you get chaos and confusion and all that stuff. Well, A Course in Miracles allows me and anyone who studies it to take control of your unconscious thoughts, your unconscious feelings, and move them into a space where God always exists. So we've been talking about everything that I see outside of me does not really mean anything. I name it. I do this. And this is what humans do. I'm not the only one. Everybody has these emotional upheavals. The purpose of A Course in Miracles is to teach you to minimize the upheavals, to minimize the negative feelings about everything that happens outside of you, to see and move into a different perception of those things, a different paradigm of those things, therefore bringing spirit of peace and love into your life. And it overflows into everyone's life, knowing when to say stuff and when not to say things, when to ask yourself, is that the truth? Everything appears one way to us, but it may be a different way for real. So we talked about changing our perception, that everything I see, I can view it differently. There is another uh, sight to be seen, uh, another uh, another answer to what we see as chaos. And I can't control anything outside of myself. So I have to go within in order to see that God space without. And, you know, all kinds of stuff happens to us. We get sick. And then, of course, we get sick. People die. Um, accidents happen. Folks get upset, and then we respond. And we can respond in a negative or we can respond in a positive. It doesn't really matter. The only thing that really matters is how we see things or react to things. And the thing that God, I want my life to be in a peaceful place at all times. So I have to change my feeling and my perception of everything and not allow anything outside of self to take me off my goal. My goal is to be peaceful, to be loving, to be perceptive, to ask questions of self, ask questions of the Creator, and knowing that I am made in His image. And there are certain things that God can't have. We give these adjectives to a spirit, and a spirit doesn't get hungry, a spirit doesn't get sick, a spirit doesn't require much. So I am working towards staying or having God in my mind at all times. So the lesson for today is pretty much an addition to the lessons that we have had thus far. And they don't take thought, they just take action. You don't have to understand it right now. You just do it. And eventually, over time, it will become a natural part of self. I'm learning that more and more, to be in control of my consciousness, my unconscious thoughts, and deciding what is real and what is not real. That the images that I see on any particular day, at any particular time, don't necessarily have to be in the mind of God or be the truth of who I am. So today's lesson is, my holiness blesses the world. Can you imagine being in a world that everything is blessed? Everything is God. Excuse me. That everything is God. Let me put this phone on silent, right? I should have done that before, but I didn't. So the thing is, this idea contains the first glimmer of your true function in the world, or why you are here. Your purpose is to see the world through your own holiness. Thus are you and the world blessed together. No one loses, nothing is taken away from anyone. Everyone gains through your holy vision. It signifies the end of sacrifice because it offers everyone his full due. He is entitled to everything because it is his birthright as the Son of God. Remember, Jesus said, I come to you to be abundant in everything. It's your birthright. It's our birthright to be in a loving, peaceful world, in a loving, peaceful place in our relationships, in a loving, peaceful place with ourselves. We are holy because we are made in the image and likeness of God. It is our world to change it to that place of peace. I often wonder about how it felt to be in the Garden of Eden, in the place that Jesus Christ or God decided to put us in the beginning, and he told us to name it all, and we chose to see everything. And thus comes chaos into our lives. Not everything for me needs to be seen in any negative fashion. So I stay away from the news and the newspapers. I stay away from people who are constantly complaining and saying all kinds of craziness about the world that they live in. And that includes everything and everybody, doctors and everything. I bless the world because I'm holy. And I don't have to say it out loud. Remember, my holiness blesses the world. My holiness blesses the world. There is no other way in which the idea of sacrifice can be removed from the world's thinking. Any other way of seeing will inevitably demand payment of someone or something. As a result, the perceiver will lose, nor will he have any idea why he's losing. Awareness. As a result, he doesn't know why he's losing because he's not aware. Yet, is his holiness restored to his awareness through your vision? Your holiness blesses him by asking nothing of him. Those who see themselves as holy, as whole, make no demands. Loving is free. Blessing is free. It demands nothing of anyone that you share your love or share your blessing with. It just is. Excuse me. Your holiness is the salvation of the world. It lets you teach the world that it is in no way with you. Not by preaching to it, not by telling it anything, but merely by your quiet recognition that in your holiness are all things blessed along with you. That's a good thought. You don't have to preach it. You don't have to tell them to do anything. It merely is a quiet recognition that your holiness and all things are blessed along with you. Today's 4 longer exercise periods, each involving 3 to 5 minutes practices, begins with the repetition of the idea for today and is followed by a minute or so of looking about as you say the idea and attach it to whatever you see. So my holiness blesses the world. My holiness blesses the world. My holiness blesses the world. And then you open your eyes and you look around. My holiness blesses this phone. My holiness blesses this computer. My holiness blesses the windows. My holiness blesses the chairs. My holiness blesses the car. My holiness blesses my fingers, my hands. And then you close your eyes and apply the idea to any person who occurs to you by using their name and saying, my holiness blesses you, Camille. My holiness blesses you, Xavier. My holiness blesses you, Valerie. My holiness blesses you, Xavier. My holiness blesses you, Akila. My holiness blesses you, Dante. My holiness blesses you, Howard. My holiness blesses you, Joy. My holiness blesses you, Valerie. My holiness blesses you, Janine. So that's what you do. And then you end. You may continue this practice period with your eyes closed. You may open your eyes and again apply the idea today to your outer world. If you desire, you may alternate between applying the idea to what you see around you and to who you choose in your thoughts. The practice period should conclude with the repetition of the idea with your eyes closed and another following immediately with your eyes open. The shorter exercises consist of repeating the idea as often as you can. It is particularly helpful to apply silently to anyone you meet. Bless people around you. Using their name, you do so. It is essential to use the idea if anyone seems to cause an adverse reaction to you and in you. Those people that you are upset with. Bless them. And then you bless yourself. Offer him the blessing of your holiness immediately, that you may learn to keep it in your own awareness. My holiness blesses my wife, my husband. My holiness blesses the world. So I am RosaJ, doing it God's way each and every day. I want to invite you to go to the I Am Affirmations page. Like it, follow me, and go to my YouTube channel. Subscribe. Be blessed. I am RosaJ, doing it God's way each and every day. And my holiness blesses you. See you on Monday. Tomorrow is my radio program. I will be posting that information. Please tune in. It is the Live Today Health Talk. We have a page, a group. It's called the Live Today. No, it's called Live Today Health Talk. And we'll be on at 5 p.m. Look for the posting. Be blessed. Have a good God day. And my holiness blesses you. Ashe. Namaste.